5 here. And yeah, we're just gonna, I don't know, I'm just chilling, dude. We're not really, there's no rush for anything today. What, those JFK files got dropped. And the U.S. government killed its own president in broad daylight. It's pretty wild, dude. It's pretty wild. What's Elon saying?
Engineering. First of all, on behalf of, I know many people in this audience, thank you for what you did for those astronauts today. How were you feeling, throughout the day? I mean, I know I felt butterflies in my stomach, and I rarely feel them.
Well, I'm actually usually a little nervous about these returns because there's always some risk that something could go wrong. But thanks to the excellent work of the SpaceX team working with NASA, the astronauts are now safely home. And so congratulations to the SpaceX and NASA teams on excellent work, and a huge note of appreciation to President Trump for prioritizing and expediting their return.
You have been the chief engineer of SpaceX and remain the chief engineer of SpaceX. It is the first private company to ever make it to orbit. Walk us through the beginnings of that. It is not, it's something that nobody else has been able to accomplish.
Well, it's quite a long story. And there are some books that have been written about it. But in the beginning, we didn't actually know anything about rockets. So our first 3 missions failed, actually, of our Falcon 1 rocket. And we almost ran out of money and just barely made it with the 4th launch. If the 4th launch of Falcon 1 had not succeeded, we would have failed as a company. So we just barely made it. So I have to say that I was not a very good chief engineer in the beginning, but I did learn over time. And I think we've gotten, at this point, to where the vehicle is very reliable. And we are going to be able to take astronauts to Mars. In fact, we want to take anyone who goes to Mars and ultimately build a self-sustaining civilization on Mars. That is the long-term goal of the company. Make life multiplanetary.
I mean, that is a very bold vision. How long do you think that might take SpaceX to be able to accomplish?
I think we could do it in 20 to 30 years.
Mm-hmm. So
but
really,
in a
lifetime,
I should say,
if God blesses me with a longer life than I deserve, right? I could always hope. I would love to be able to see that. That would be amazing. I happen to have a telescope, and I love to look at the stars in the sky and the planets, and I am amazed at the majesty of all of creation and the idea that we even look at the moon and we can go there and come back, or a space station, or you launching the hundreds of satellites you have. I want to ask you this question, if I may, and it's, every aspect of this rescue had challenges and danger. The launch, we start there. Then the rocket landing. I mean, we showed. I couldn't believe you were able to land the rocket that fell off perfectly where you wanted it to land. The docking video when they actually connected and got onto the space station. Then the taking off earlier today was a 17-hour trip, leading to the splashdown that all of America watched today. Every single aspect of that has danger and complications. Walk us through the dangers of each phase.
Well, on the ascent phase, there's always some chance that either the first or second stage will blow up. In fact, I find it's actually remarkable when you see a rocket. I mean, when I see the rocket, I see a list of all the things that are wrong, all of the ways that it could go wrong and potentially fail. So you could have a first stage failure, a second stage failure, a stage separation failure. The Dragon could fail to separate from the rocket. The trunk could fail to separate from Dragon. There could be a sort of an engine failure on the spacecraft itself. When it's coming back, it's coming in so fast, it's a blazing meteor. And if anything happens to the heat shield, the whole craft is going to disintegrate. So it's remarkable that humans can actually go all the way to orbit and come back from orbit, given the immense amounts of energy that is required to get to orbit and the amount of energy that must be dissipated upon return. And then the parachutes have to open, that all has to work. Now, long-term, we are going to be doing, not long-term, this year, in fact, we are launching the Starship rocket, which I recommend maybe doing a piece on, because that is truly a revolutionary rocket. Starship is the first rocket that has the potential to make life multiplanetary, to make us a multi-planet civilization for the first time in the history of Earth. And that's truly profound.
What was amazing, and I studied a lot of this because of my need to cover it, at one point going 17,000 miles per hour, going through 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit. You have this thermal protection system. Now, we do know that the Boeing Starliner, you know, we know that it had problems. So these problems that you talk about, we can't take them for granted or get complacent. Explain how you get up to 17,000 miles per hour. How do you withstand 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit and the thermal protection system that protects that capsule? And then the launch, obviously, of the parachutes, which were critical to slow it down for its splashdown.
Perhaps we should do a longer segment, because I'd be happy to explain it in detail. I'll do the 2-minute version here.
Yeah. Okay.
The Falcon 9 rocket takes off with 1.7 million pounds of thrust. So you can imagine something that has enough thrust to lift an office building off its foundations. And it gets to orbit. It gets to roughly 17,000 miles an hour in 9 minutes. So from 0 to 17,000 miles an hour in 9 minutes. And then it's just, when it comes back, you've got that heat shield that's got to dissipate that energy. Like I said, you're coming in like a blazing meteor, and hardly anything can survive that heat. And if the heat shield fails, you just get vaporized immediately. So it's we're really testing the very edge of human ability here, the very edge of material science, and it's kind of amazing that humans can do this at all. Hopefully this gives, hopefully for people out there, this is a moment of optimism about the future, a moment of excitement about the future, and it portends great things for America and humanity in space.
I'm only going to ask you one political question, just for clarification purposes only. I don't think this should really be a political night. I think this is,
right,
you know, a moment where the country should celebrate the fact that you were able to rescue them, that it happened successfully in spite of the difficulty, the challenges, and the danger. But I just want to clarify on the issue of whether or not you had offered to send this rocket to space to rescue these astronauts sooner to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I heard somebody earlier today say, in fact, that didn't happen, when I believe it did.
No, we definitely offered to return the astronauts earlier. There's no question about that. The astronauts were only supposed to be there for 8 days, and they've been there for almost 10 months. So obviously that doesn't make any sense. SpaceX could have brought the astronauts back after a few months at most, and we made that offer to the Biden administration. It was rejected for political reasons, and that's just a fact.
Yeah. You know, I followed this from the very beginning. Did America and the world make a mistake by slowing down, going to the moon and to other planets? Was that a mistake on our part? I mean, don't we have so many scientific and innovative breakthroughs every time we go?
Well, I think we'll have tremendous breakthroughs when we establish a city or a base and then a city on Mars, because we'll have to overcome so many challenges that it'll serve as a forcing function for the development of new technologies that will have tremendous benefits to people on Earth.
Yeah, that's a good point, dude. That's a good point. You know, I was actually seeing, that's why there's never there's no such thing as a failed mission, right? We always have something to learn from every quote-unquote failure. Like, what was that thing? There was a cable telegraph US to England. Like, this is nuts, dude. A giant cable that they ran boats with underneath at the bottom of the ocean, dude. it was nuts. And honestly, if you think about it, like, it was pretty like dumb to do it, but at the same time, because it was really not that successful, they were able to transmit some messages and stuff like that, and it ultimately broke a lot of times. And but at the same time, it's like, by them pushing the envelope on that, it just like, it created a much bigger need to have like a different way to connect through the ocean electronically, you know, through towers and whatever and stuff like that. But that's just nuts, dude. That still just blows my mind that we have cables like that. They still got cables like that? They might still have big cables underwater, I'm sure. That's pretty wild though. So weird to me. But anyway, what was I gonna do, dude? What was I gonna do? Tampon Tim in the ring. Tampon Tim in the ring. Alright, no, I think I was gonna do, here, let me turn off this, let me go to just podcast mode for a sec here. What was I thinking about going into today? Yeah, well, today, when I train again in the gym, I'm gonna be recording some more videos on what it feels like to actually train, better balance and stability, and all that stuff. But let's see. I'm gonna do that definitely. I guess right now I'm just kind of feeling a little relaxed. I had a good lunch. And then all this stuff with life is just, there's a lot going on with life right now. A lot going on this planet right here. Right, a lot of stuff going on. What's this? XRP, JFK files released. Right, so you got all this stuff going on. And I actually kind of feel like, how do I feel right now, dude? Let me put on my headset, so that way I can hear some input monitoring on my voice. And let's see. Boom, and then I go like this. So that way we can have some fun here. Yo, 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 yo. And then I can hear my voice right here. Yo, hello, 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 hello. And da da dee da da. Dude, these dogs. Hello, hello, hello. I can't hear myself. Maybe what we gotta do over here. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. And then we're right here. Oh yeah, you can hear that wind a little bit. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ow. Hey, yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hey, I'm grinding, I'm robbing, I'm driving you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm out here, I'm driving, I'm out here, and I'm diamond low. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Yo, come at me, y'all don't know shit about the game. But I'm out here doing what I can. I'm taking left and then I'm diving right under it. Adding up the chickens and the vibes. I know I'm vibing. I'm looking at the Owen. Yo. Yeah, yo. This is the big one right here. Alright, dude. Yeah, honestly, this stuff, whatever, dude, who cares? What do I want to look at for real? What does Ethan want to check out, yo? This astrology shit, it's interesting, man. It's pretty interesting. I totally don't understand all of it, but it's interesting. But even that right now, I don't really care right now. What was the thing I was going to look at? If I was going to look at this again, what the fuck? What was I going to look at it for? Ooh, hey, yo. Oh, I don't think I ever see that. Actually, yeah, I don't think there's nothing I was going to check on there. I guess I feel kind of like, let me just go back here. Let's go back to the, oh yeah, I know what I was going to do. I was going to talk about, I was going to talk about my shoulder, left shoulder. So let's look at that. That's actually what I want to check out. So we gotta look at some shoulder. Now, let's check out some other YouTube dudes that I've made scapular winging. Okay. Scapular winging. Watch this. Okay. No, I think this is what I got going on, too. I think I got something like this going on my left side. Let me see. Watch this. Okay. Alright, let's check out that one. Oh yeah, look at his right. Okay. Check out this. Let's check out some more. Yeah, you can do push-up plus. Yeah, these are pretty good. I should hit some of these today. I'm getting buggies on me. Oh, there's a little spider. You think you're funny. Okay. Alright, let's check out some more. Oh my gosh, dude. Right on the tattoo. Alright, let's check this out. Medial wing scapula in right position, normal scap. If the medial border for scapular wing, if the medial border of the scapula is going laterally, this will be lateral wing of the scapula. Okay, I gotcha. Which occurs due to spinal accessory nerve injury that lead to dysfunction of the trapezius muscle. Okay, or if it's I don't know, mine just feels crazy overall.